In the heart of a bustling city, there lived a man who walked the same busy streets every day. Despite the noise and chaos of life and ambition around him, he maintained a calm that seemed out of place. This man was a modern Stoic, practicing principles that date back over 2,000 years. Stoicism is designed not just to help us cope with the world, but to thrive in it. It teaches that while we can't control the events around us, we can control our reactions to them. Ancient wisdom for a fulfilled life. Today we'll explore how these ancient ideas are more than just philosophical relics. They are tools for living a fulfilled and balanced life. Adopting a Stoic mindset can transform challenges into opportunities for personal growth, helping us build resilience and contentment that no external condition can shake. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the pace of modern life, or curious about how ancient wisdom applies to our high-tech world, stick around. We'll uncover the timeless strategies of Stoicism for maintaining inner peace in a world that never stops moving. If you appreciate what we're uncovering here, the simplest free favor I'll ask is to hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Love versus attachment. In exploring the Stoic perspective on love versus attachment, we delve into a realm where emotions intertwine with wisdom. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in managing emotions to lead a virtuous life, offers valuable insights into how we can love more freely and fully. It teaches that love, in its purest form, is a generous act of the will, a choice to wish the best for others without the necessity of reciprocation or possession. This form of love is free from the chains of expectation and dependency, which are often signs of attachment rather than true affection. Attachment, on the other hand, can disguise itself as love. It often arises from fear and insecurity, manifesting as clinging neediness that paradoxically drives us to grasp tighter at the risk of losing what we hold dear. Stoics warn against such attachments, arguing that by allowing our happiness to depend heavily on someone else's actions or presence, we surrender our tranquility. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the concept of amor fati, the love of fate, which encourages us to cherish and accept what life brings, whether joyous or challenging, without letting either disturb our inner peace. Loving without attachment. In our relationships, loving without attachment means committing to an honest expression of care that respects both our own integrity and that of our loved ones. We allow our partners the freedom to be themselves without the pressure to conform to our expectations. This doesn't mean we don't care deeply or passionately. Rather, it means our emotional state isn't solely reliant on the actions or feelings of others. It's about supporting rather than controlling and understanding rather than demanding. Stoic practices such as mindfulness and reflection enhance our understanding of these concepts. By regularly examining our motives and reactions, we can separate healthy affection from possessive attachment. We learn to appreciate the present moments with our loved ones without the persistent worry about future uncertainties. This strengthens our relationships and aligns us with Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, all crucial for cultivating lasting and fulfilling connections. The importance of self-love and personal growth. It's easy to overlook the importance of self-love, especially when caught up in the whirlwind of external relationships. However, Stoicism emphasizes that to truly love others, we must first cultivate a profound sense of self-love and personal growth. This isn't about selfishness, but about self-respect and self-awareness, essential ingredients for any healthy relationship. Stoicism teaches that personal growth stems from our commitment to becoming better human beings through the pursuit of virtue and wisdom. It involves continuous examination of one's character and actions and striving for self-improvement. This introspective practice leads to greater resilience and adaptability in the face of life's challenges. When we know ourselves deeply and cherish our own company, we are less likely to seek completion or validation from others, which often leads to attachment and relationship strain. Self-love in Stoicism also means accepting ourselves fully, including our flaws and imperfections. It encourages treating ourselves with kindness and compassion, which in turn teaches us to extend the same to others. In relationships, conflicts often arise from our reactions to perceived slights or failures, both in ourselves and our partners. Personal growth also involves setting healthy boundaries that respect our well-being and that of others. These boundaries are not walls, but guidelines that help us interact with others in a way that maintains our dignity and respects our.
In the midst of our busy lives cluttered with endless notifications and bustling schedules, there lies a powerful ancient philosophy that champions a radical idea. Your true power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering your own reactions to it. This philosophy is Stoicism, and it teaches that resilience, happiness, and profound peace come from within, not from the accolades or material wealth we accumulate. Thriving through Stoicism. Today, we're diving deep into how Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's storms, but thriving through them by transforming our mindset and actions. If you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or simply curious about crafting a life of deeper meaning and tranquility, stay tuned as we explore these transformative Stoic principles that promise to change not just how you think, but how you live each day. If you appreciate what we're doing here, the simple free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button and don't skip any part of the video. Let's go. Trait 1. Self-awareness. In the practice of Stoicism, self-awareness isn't merely reflective, it's transformative. It involves a rigorous examination of one's own judgments and reactions to external events. Stoics teach us that by understanding our perceptions, we can begin to control them, thereby reducing our suffering and increasing our happiness. This aligns closely with emotional intelligence, where self-awareness allows us to navigate our social environment with a clear perception of our own internal emotional states, as well as how these states might influence others. Developing mindfulness. For Stoics, the practice of mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without emotional bias, is a tool for developing self-awareness. This mindfulness isn't passive. It involves an active engagement with our thoughts, constantly asking whether our perceptions align with reality and whether they lead us toward or away from the virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about observing his own reactions and correcting them toward virtue. This kind of introspection enhances our ability to manage our emotions in challenging situations, a key aspect of emotional intelligence. Perspective and emotional resilience. Moreover, Stoic self-awareness extends to understanding our role in the larger cosmos. It encourages a perspective where we see ourselves as part of a bigger picture, which helps in managing personal grievances and desires. This broader view fosters a form of emotional resilience that's incredibly relevant in today's fast-paced and interconnected world. Integrating Stoic principles into the development of self-awareness can enrich the trait of emotional intelligence, providing not just a framework for understanding our emotions, but also for using that understanding to lead a more deliberate and fulfilling life. Trait 2. Self-management. This is fundamentally about exercising control over one's reactions and emotions in various situations. It's a skill that requires not just momentary efforts, but a sustained practice of self-discipline and mindfulness, a practice deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. understanding and channeling emotions. For Stoics, self-management is not about suppressing emotions, but understanding and channeling them constructively. The Stoic approach involves acknowledging our initial emotional reactions to events and then choosing a rational and balanced response. This is based on the Stoic belief that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. Managing perceptions. Stoicism teaches that our suffering arises not from external events themselves, but from our perceptions of these events. By managing our perceptions, we manage our emotional responses. Epictetus often emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what is in our control and what is not. He suggested that mismanagement of our reactions comes from a misunderstanding of this distinction. Embracing this Stoic principle can greatly enhance our emotional intelligence by giving us the clarity to focus on our own actions and reactions, thereby reducing feelings of distress and helplessness often caused by external circumstances. Daily practices for self-management. In practical terms, self-management involves daily practices such as reflection, meditation, and other forms of self-examination to develop a keen understanding of one's emotional triggers and patterns. This ongoing practice helps in cultivating virtues like patience, temperance, and courage, which are essential for effective self-management. For example, when faced with a stressful situation, a stoically trained individual might take a moment to reflect on the nature of the stressor, reassess their initial emotional response, and choose a course of action that aligns with their core values and long-term goals. Trait 3. Motivation. In Stoicism, motivation is not about pursuing pleasure or avoiding pain, which are common drivers in more hedonistic philosophies. Instead, Stoics are motivated by the pursuit of virtue, living in accordance with wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. This type of motivation aligns closely with the emotional intelligence trait of being driven by an inner vision and personal standards rather than external circumstances or rewards. Pursuing personal virtue. For Stoics, the highest motivation is the improvement of one's character and the practice of virtue in daily life. This is seen as the only true good, and everything else is considered indifferent, neither good nor bad in themselves, but only in how they are used. For example, wealth or health are not inherently good. They become good if used virtuously and bad if they lead to immoral actions. Anchoring in internal virtues. This perspective encourages a form of motivation that is steadfast and not swayed by external fluctuations, leading to a life of consistency and integrity. This Stoic view on motivation fosters resilience as it anchors one's drive in something stable and controllable, personal virtue. Unlike external goals that can be blocked or taken away, internal virtues can be pursued under almost any circumstances. Contributing to the common good. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that true motivation involves not only pursuing one's own virtue, but also working for the benefit of others. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, emphasized the idea of humans as inherently social beings, meant to work together and help each other. This social aspect of Stoic motivation can enhance one's emotional intelligence by aligning personal goals with the needs and welfare of others, thereby enriching interpersonal relationships and community bonds. Trait 4. Empathy. Stoic empathy begins with the recognition that all humans share the same basic desires and aversions. We all seek happiness and fear suffering. This realization fosters a sense of kinship and understanding. Stoics practice looking beyond the surface of people's actions to understand the underlying motivations and emotions, akin to the emotional intelligence aspect of empathy, which involves perceiving and relating to the emotions of others. Perspective taking. A key Stoic technique that enhances empathy is the practice of perspective taking. This involves imagining oneself in another's position, an exercise that Marcus Aurelius frequently advocated in his meditations. By contemplating the experiences, challenges, and feelings of others, Stoics develop a deeper appreciation for the struggles that everyone faces. This not only increases empathy, but also moderates our responses to others, encouraging more compassionate and supportive interactions. Responding with understanding. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that we should respond to others with understanding and forgiveness rather than judgment. This is based on the belief that people generally do what they consider to be right given their understanding and circumstances. If they act wrongly, it is out of ignorance and not inherent malice. Thus, Stoic empathy involves extending patience and compassion, recognizing that everyone is on their own path of learning and growth. Trait 5. Social skills. In the Stoic framework, social skills aren't just about being charismatic or persuasive, they're deeply connected to virtues like justice and the practice of mutual respect. Stoicism teaches us that every interaction is an opportunity to practice these virtues, fostering not only personal growth, but also contributing positively to the lives of others. Importance of listening. Stoics emphasize the importance of listening, a crucial social skill. For Stoics, listening is not merely about hearing words, but understanding the deeper sentiments and motivations of others. This aligns with emotional intelligence, where effective listening can lead to more empathetic and responsive interactions. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we might listen more and talk less. This principle encourages a focus on truly hearing others, an essential aspect of meaningful communication. Speaking with integrity. Moreover, Stoicism promotes speaking with honesty and integrity. It teaches that one should speak only if it adds value. Words should be truthful, beneficial, and intended to build rather than destroy. This mirrors the emotional intelligence competency that values clear, constructive communication. Conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is another critical social skill where Stoicism provides valuable guidance. Stoics advocate for approaching conflicts with calmness and rational thought, striving to resolve disputes with fairness and without letting emotions dictate actions. This approach helps maintain harmonious relationships and aligns with the emotionally intelligent practice of managing interpersonal dynamics skillfully. Adaptability. Stoics also recognize the importance of adaptability in social interactions, being sensitive to the context and adjusting one's behavior accordingly. This means being aware of different social norms and expectations and responding in a way that respects those differences. It's about finding the right balance between staying true to one's values while also being considerate of others' feelings and perspectives. Trait 6. Resilience. Stoics view adversity as an essential part of life's curriculum rather than something to be avoided. Challenges are opportunities to practice virtues such as courage, temperance, and wisdom. Seneca often discussed how adversity brings out virtues that comfort and prosperity cannot. He argued that without challenges, virtues like resilience would remain dormant, untested, and unproven. Premeditation of evils. This Stoic attitude towards adversity is fundamentally optimistic. It reframes obstacles as beneficial, which aligns closely with the emotional intelligence aspect of resilience, where setbacks are seen as growth opportunities. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches the practice of premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This involves visualizing potential challenges and setbacks as a way of mentally preparing oneself for them. By contemplating difficulties before they arise, a Stoic trains their mind to handle them more calmly when they do occur. This method builds mental and emotional resilience, allowing one to remain composed and effective in the face of adversity. Maintaining equanimity. Another Stoic technique for building resilience is maintaining equanimity, which means keeping a balanced and steady mind regardless of external circumstances. This involves not getting overly attached to positive outcomes or overly distressed by negative ones. It is the practice of accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can control, our own actions and responses. Enduring and growing resilience, from a Stoic perspective, also involves the concept of amor fati, which means love of fate. This principle encourages embracing whatever happens as necessary and beneficial for one's development. Instead of merely enduring difficulties, a Stoic learns to love them as essential components of their life's journey. This mindset not only helps in enduring hardships, but also in growing through them, making one stronger and wiser over time. By integrating Stoic principles into our understanding of these emotional intelligence traits, we can develop a deeper, more resilient, and more virtuous approach to life's challenges and relationships. Practical exercises to incorporate Stoic principles' daily reflection. One of the simplest yet most profound Stoic practices is daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review your actions and thoughts. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I falter? How did I respond to challenges? What can I improve tomorrow? This practice, known as evening reflection, helps to build self-awareness and fosters continuous personal growth. It aligns with Marcus Aurelius's habit of writing in his journal, contemplating his actions, and planning for improvement. Premeditation of evils, premeditatio malorum. Spend a few moments each morning visualizing potential challenges or setbacks you might face during the day. Think about how you can handle these situations with calmness and rationality. This practice prepares your mind to stay composed under pressure and helps mitigate anxiety about potential difficulties. By anticipating challenges, you're less likely to be caught off guard and can respond more effectively. Voluntary discomfort. To build resilience and temperance, occasionally practice voluntary discomfort. This could mean taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or deliberately putting yourself in a challenging situation. By willingly embracing discomfort, you strengthen your ability to endure hardships and reduce your dependency on external comforts. Seneca recommended practicing poverty for a few days each month to remind oneself that material wealth is not essential for happiness. The view from above. Regularly practice the view from above meditation. Imagine yourself rising above your current situation and looking at it from a broader perspective. This helps to put your problems into context and reminds you of the larger picture. It can reduce feelings of stress and help you focus on what truly matters. This practice emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things and our place within the universe. Journaling. Keep a Stoic journal where you write down your thoughts, reflections, and insights related to Stoic principles. Use it to track your progress, note challenges, and celebrate your successes. Journaling helps to solidify your understanding of Stoic teachings and provides a record of your personal growth over time. Reflect on quotes from Stoic philosophers and how they apply to your daily life. Practicing gratitude. Every day, take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the good things in your life. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control and finding contentment in the present moment. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a positive mindset. Reflect on the simple joys and the support you receive from others. Mindful breathing. When faced with stress or strong emotions, practice mindful breathing. Take a few deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your lungs. This simple technique helps to calm the mind and restore a sense of control. It is a practical application of the Stoic emphasis on maintaining inner tranquility. Practicing kindness. Make a conscious effort to perform acts of kindness every day. Whether it's a kind word, a helpful gesture, or simply listening to someone, practicing kindness fosters empathy and strengthens social bonds. Stoicism teaches that we are all interconnected, and helping others is an essential part of living virtuously. Embracing the Stoic journey. Stoicism is not just a philosophy to be studied, but a way of life to be practiced. By integrating these exercises into your daily routine, you can cultivate a Stoic mindset that helps you navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. Each step you take towards living a more Stoic life is a step towards greater wisdom, peace, and fulfillment. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into Stoic philosophy and practical advice for living a meaningful life. Leave a comment below sharing your experiences with these practices or any other Stoic exercises you find beneficial. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.